Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to 12 Days of Nerdmas. In today's video, we are going to be checking out a local resale store called McKay's. So for those of you that don't know, McKay's is a used media outpost selling books, music, movies, video games, and collectibles. I did not come up with that. I took that straight off of Google. So as you saw, McKay's is basically like a local Second and Charles. They don't have as many locations as Second and Charles, but they're also not as like big and corporate as Second and Charles. I think they might be more of like a mom and pop operation, but don't quote me on that. I was first introduced to them in college when I was going to school in Greensboro, and I loved that location, but it got a little old and worn down, so they closed that location down and opened this one in Mebane. So the store is awesome. It's huge. They have all sorts of stuff. They don't have much new stuff. It's mostly used that's been sold to them from people that are trying to downsize or what have you. So that can be good, and sometimes that can be a bummer. If you're looking for some sort of new collectible that you're hoping they'll have, they might not. So, as I explained to you guys, you can do a buyback, and that is what we did. So I'm going to show you what I used some of the money on after I got my buyback. So I think for my full tote of stuff, I had like a giant, not giant, like a regular size, like the totes that they sell at Lowe's and Home Depot, black tote, yellow lid, like the standard 27-gallon, I think. I had one of those full of loose Funko Pops. Unfortunately, I think they have like a set price that they pay for loose Funko Pops. Second and Charles does that now too, where they won't go through and like figure out the pricing and give you a percentage of that. They just have a standard flat rate, I think, on what they'll give you for a loose Funko Pop. So I definitely didn't get anywhere near value, but I also didn't want to do the work of selling all those pops. I just want to downsize. So sold those to them. I think I made like $100 and something dollars. I don't remember exactly how much, but I have used most of that to buy a couple of things that I recently decided that I wanted for the collection. So let's check those out. So first up, for 30 bucks, we got this copy of Rocko's Modern Life, the full series. So I've recently, I think maybe last year, started collecting. I'm trying to collect a bunch of like complete series of shows. So I have like Wild Thornberrys, Hey Arnold, one of the versions, like one of the iterations of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I actually got from McKay's a while ago. So now I have Rocko's Modern Life. I'm trying to do a bunch of the shows, like pretty much all the shows from my childhood. Oh, I also have Rocket Power. My brother got me that for Christmas, my birthday. When did you get that? He got it for me for Christmas. That was a complete surprise. I had no idea he was going to get that. And I was like, what? Because at the time, my best friend and I had been trying to find a Rocket Power, and we wanted to buy them, like the old version or whatever, the original release of them on DVD, but they were expensive. And then they released one of the complete collections, and he got it for me as a surprise, and it was amazing. So then that kind of spurred me to get other ones, and I want to get them all because Bean and I are trying to move away from subscriptions, but we probably won't. But at least for like my shows and stuff, we could cut down on some subscriptions maybe. And also, I just like physical media. So, anyways, pick this up. This is not something I was planning to get, but I ended up seeing it, and so I got it. I think it has 8 discs, so a lot of the complete series now will just have, you know, kind of some sort of generic artwork that they created for this new release of them. Some of them have cool, like, overall packaging, like the Hey Arnold one I really like. But then, obviously, when you open it up, artwork inside, and then just several discs with the different seasons on them. So, Rocko's Modern Life was definitely a show I liked. I wouldn't say it was a show I loved, but I definitely liked it a lot. So super happy to add that to the collection, and basically for free. My nerd math is that if I sell old stuff and get store credit and then buy new stuff, the new stuff is free. Okay, so the main thing that I wanted to get from McKay's and why I wanted to sell to them to begin with are for what is in these boxes. I don't know if you can see on the tag. Probably not. I don't know if it'll focus. But they come in these nifty little McKay's boxes. Usually if their electronics aren't like in box, like if you buy a PlayStation, for example, and it's not in box, it'll come in one of these boxes. And that is basically what I got. So, the first one that I got is I have one of the Super Nintendo Classics. You know, the little tiny version of a Super Nintendo. Now, when these things first came out, I was like, I don't want that crap. It's probably not going to be as good as playing the original. I don't know. I'm just not usually a big fan of like emulators and having all these games in one housing. Sometimes, I mean, it can definitely be nice if you just want to play a lot of games, but I really like the feel of like the real nostalgic thing, and I still have mine, you know, from my childhood, so I was like, I don't need that little guy. But I've recently decided, not recently, maybe like a year ago, maybe a year and a half, of a project that I want to do, and I realized that these would be perfect for the project instead of a full-size Super Nintendo. So that'll come up in a later video once I actually get working on the project, but I knew I needed to get this for the project, and I thought, why not get it at McKay's? So when you sell these types of things to McKay's, they don't have to have both like original controllers. So this one only came with one. They had another version for sale that was 2 wireless controllers, but I didn't want that. I want the actual controller with the wire. Now, I definitely wanted to go with a Super Nintendo and the next one that I got, which is a PlayStation 1, because those were my 2 favorite consoles growing up. They were my earliest memories of like playing on a console. Definitely the Super Nintendo. I played a lot of Disney games on there. And then the PlayStation 1. All of my game systems I got like hand-me-down. So I didn't get the PlayStation 1 until after the PlayStation 2 was out, and so on and so forth. So I had the PlayStation 1 for a while, racked up lots of games on it, played it to death. So I also wanted to pick up one of these little guys, which is the Boom Sony PlayStation 1. I think maybe it's also called the Classic. Basically, again, it's just a little tiny version of a PlayStation. It has a bunch of games preloaded on it. You know, you guys know what these are. But I think they're so cute, like seeing them in person and holding them in my hand. I can really see and understand how tiny they freaking are. I don't know, I must have peeled the sticker off, but I think this one was like $30, $25, something like that. And this one was $40. They go for more if I were to get one like on eBay or, you know, used somewhere, whatnot, like buying from someone on Facebook Market or something. So I was glad to be able to get them with my store credit, so they're free, and they're much cheaper than getting them somewhere else. So I'm super excited to have those for a future project, which hopefully I do soon, like within the next 6 months. If I don't, I'll be pretty sad. Yeah, so that's what we picked up for our Mebin haul. We probably won't be doing a Second and Charles haul this year because I don't think I'll be making the drive for Second and Charles, especially since we got a Mebin haul, a McKay's haul this year. The McKay's is in Mebin, so I keep saying Mebin. When I tell Bean I'm going to McKay's, I just say, I'm going to Mebin. Okay, anyways, you don't care about that. Let's get into our trading cards of the day. All right, we got a fresh pack of trading cards here. Unjust. Look at the imagery. All right, let's go ahead and open it up and see what cards we got. First up, we got a barrel of monkeys. Ooh, next we got a classic, Candyland. I loved this game when I was little. I used to make my parents play over and over and over and over again. Then we got a little Littlest Pet Shop action. I did not partake in Littlest Pet Shops, so this one does not move me as much. Ooh, next we have lava lamps. I love me a good lava lamp. There is one in the guest room right now from my youth. I love a good lava lamp. And fun fact, I got it at Chuck E. Cheese with a bunch of tickets. Next, we have another one that does not move me. We have Roblox. I've never played Roblox before. I don't really know nothing about it for real even, so. Ooh, next we have a Curious George with the man in the yellow hat. Love me some Curious George. Not as much as like a Madeline, but Curious George is pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh, next we have one that might lose me some nerd points. We have RuneScape. I never partook in RuneScape. Sorry, nerds. Ooh, next we have the big pack of Crayola crayons. That's how you knew somebody was rich right there. If they had that big 64 pack, especially the big pack with the sharpener. I have that. We were not rich. Next, we have our holographic card. This time, we got Little Big Planet. I liked this game. Actually, I should probably play this game again. And then last but not least, we got a lenticular action card. I forgot that these were an option. Let's see if I can get it to show up on camera. It's kind of trippy. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see it. Look at it move. That's crazy. It's a ring toss game, I think. That's what it said. Waterful ring toss. I recognize this. I've seen it. I've probably played with it a time or two. I did not have one. It's not like a core part of my memory, but this lenticular card's pretty cool. It's so trippy. But that's going to do it for me in this video, guys. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And while you're down there, let me know in the comment section, first of all, which of these cards today was your favorite? Let's get that going. Tell me each day which card from the pull today was your favorite. I think mine is going to have to be probably the lava lamp. I love me a good lava lamp. Yeah. Also, feel free to let me know if you have any of these SNES classics or PlayStation 1 classics. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Let me know if you have one of those, and let me know if it sucks. It's not a huge deal if it sucks for the project that I have coming up, but I mean, I'd prefer it not suck. So let me know if it sucks and if I wasted my free money. And also, are any of you guys collecting these complete series sets of different Nickelodeon shows from your youth? Let me know down in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay in the know of all the nerdy, and hit that bell notification. And be sure to share this video and my channel with anybody that you think may enjoy. But as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.